Hi guys, it's Vesna here. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm doing some outdoor Christmas urns. So what I'm showing you here is the greens that I'm using as well as some of the decor items that I'm going to be using to fill my urns. So every year with my sister we have our Christmas urns that we do, and we do it one day in November. We go out to the nursery, we buy some greens. Um, and then at night we do these pots, and it's a lot of fun. We really like doing it. Sometimes we have other people join us, which is awesome. And there you can see her trying to sneak into the video now. Um, so what I did this year was I bought some at the nursery, but I also went and I got some from my garden because I wanted to save a bit of money. So what I start doing is, so what I'm working with is some cedar, some yew, some balsam fir, boxwood, and magnolia leaves, as well as white pine. I always start with my birch logs, which I save every year. So I like to put 3 in each of the buckets. And I was using these galvanized ones, but they kind of rust over the winter. So I'm going to try plastic now because I wound up having to throw out 2 of them because the bottom comes off. Like that's how much it rusts. And then what you want to do is around like when you put your big tall sticks in, then you want to do your base around. So I always like to have it droop. So I use the white pine for it to be draping over. Then I fill it in with some sort of evergreen. So it can be any kind, but if you're looking to be cost effective, you want to use something cheaper as like fillers, and then you want to do your beautiful stuff last. So I'm using this balsam fir that I got from the garden, and I'm just putting it in as a filler. Normally, if you have something that's against a wall, you want to have like a fan around a piece of evergreen. Normally, I would put blue spruce there, but they did not have it at the nursery, and we went to another store and they also didn't have it there, so I just kind of gave up on that, and I just filled it in with lots of cedar. I was going to say Caesar, cedar. Now, I also found some bluish cedar, so just a different variety of cedar in my garden, so I snip that as well. But the cedar is your another one of your fillers. So you just want to kind of keep on filling around, and then you want to have something a little bit fanning behind the birch logs a bit. So that's what I'm using here. I'm standing up the bluish cedar and just kind of filling it in until I get the look that I want. And sometimes I wind up pulling branches out, putting them back in, pulling them out, pulling them back in. It just kind of until you get what you need. Then, because magnolia leaves here in Ontario, in Canada, are quite expensive, I am taking one bunch and I'm just fanning them out, and like one stem, and I'm fanning it out, and I do that on both. So you can see here I have lots of textures and colors. So now I'm going to add the magnolia, and that I'm going to have stand up so it's kind of like a little bit of a centerpiece. And then you wind up filling in with your decor pieces. So I was kind of looking for a more natural, woodsy kind of look. So I've got my Christmas tree there that I picked up a few years ago. I've got a pick from the Dollar Tree with some white berries, and then I'm gonna put this little pick as well with some red berries. And then I just kind of go through, I save all my decor pieces, and I just go through with what I have left over. Sometimes I wind up buying new. This year I didn't. And then I always like to add the red berries and just put a nice big ball from the Dollar Tree, and that's it. And then I put some dogwood behind as well, which I got from my sister's garden. I just like the different textures, the different colors. Oh yes, and I forgot. Then I always at the end, because boxwood is kind of expensive too, I just plug in the boxwood wherever I see fit. So I take like a bunch of boxwood and I cut the branches off, and then I plug them in wherever I need to. So for this one, this is the second one, I put a star instead of a tree, but same thing, berries, white berries, dogwood, and there you have it. So I have two cast iron urns in front of my house, which I always fill in every year. And I put these guys out there. And then I also do, so all of this stuff gave me two big urns like these ones. Then as well as two bows, two swags, and three large pots, and then three indoor pots, and another small pot that I made for my mom. If you want to see the indoor ones, I recommend you check out my home tour, which I'm posting tomorrow, and I will have these in there, the small ones that I made for indoors in there. So check it out over on my home channel tomorrow. So this video is, so if you haven't been to my channel, I do DIYs on this channel, and then I have a home channel where I display a lot, like I do home tours and I display a lot of those, or just do renovations. And then I have a cooking channel as well. So if you haven't checked out my channels, or if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. It helps me out. And I always love to hear from my viewers, so make sure you leave me a comment as well. Now, this video is a part of a challenge. The challenge is hosted by Domestic Diva DIY, as well. So if you haven't checked out Domestic Diva, she is awesome. Her name is Sonja. She happens to be my sister, but she has a DIY channel, a cooking channel, and a home channel. So make sure you check her out. She does a lot of budget-friendly stuff. She's an amazing cook and has a beautiful home. So you'll find something that you really like over on her channel. And she is co-hosting with the lovely Nadia. So it's her channel is DIY with Nadia, and she is also really talented. If you haven't checked out her channel, she does a lot of Dollar Tree, budget-friendly DIYs. She's an amazing bow and wreath maker. She's been doing Wreath Wednesdays. So make sure you check her out as well. I will have their information linked in my description below. As well, I will have the playlist. So you'll have tons of inspiration on these like outdoor planters or any planters for Christmas. So it's a great time. It's, we're getting close to Christmas, so it's a great time to watch this playlist. Now, make sure you check everyone out, and I have one more outdoor DIY that I'm showing you. And so this is my third year that I'm making the swags, and I love the way they look. So I'm using whatever greens were left over. So I had some cedar, some yew, some pine, and some spruce left over, and I kind of layer them. Whatever I want at the front, I leave at the front. So usually that cedar will be at the front. I might add it as a filler in the back. Just depends whatever I wind up having left over. And I basically, so this is my method. I've tried many different kinds, but this year this is what I'm doing, because usually, well, not usually, sometimes if we have really big winds, they wind up flying away. So what I'm doing is I am tying them with some elastics just around, not each branch to each other, but all of them together with like 4 elastics, and then I'm tying a bow around all of them, so just using my ribbon there, and I'm just making like kind of like you would tie a shoelace bow, and then I just add a few of these picks, and I'm using, because the picks all like on their own have a bit of wire in the bottom, so I'm just wrapping that around, and I hope that it'll stay put. We'll see. Whatever method, like I've used a whole bunch of different methods, and they always kind of wind up flying away a little bit, so this is what I'm trying now. And I'm hoping for the best. Now they have a little bit of snow on them because I threw them outside and it was snowing like crazy. So, so here's the completed piece. I really love the way it turned out. It's very simple. It's green, and from far away you can just see the little pops of red. And I just hung it on my light there, and I just love the way it turned out. So here's another shot of the pots and the swags. I even put one by my front door. Like I said, I am in love with the way all of this turned out, and I hope you like it as well. If you did, you give me that big thumbs up. Let me know um, what you like about these DIYs that I did and what you do for your front or planters if you do make any planters. Check out the playlist, check out the hosts, and take a look at my other videos. And I will be trying to post going forward every Tuesday and Thursday, and I will probably make a video at some point announcing this. So thank you so much. Have an excellent day. Stay safe, and thank you for watching.